Hi y'all, welcome back. So about a few months ago, I was diagnosed with PCOS. And after that diagnosis, I realized that I kind of had to make some adjustments to be more kind and more responsive to my body's needs. Because up until that point, one, I didn't realize that that's what was happening inside my body. But then two, I just realized that maybe there were aspects of my life that needed to be altered to really just feel my best. So one of the things I actually wanted to do to kind of be more responsive to my body and show my body more kindness was to actually alter my workout schedule and regimen. So as many of you know, and if you look back at the channel or you look back at just my past history, I have been for the longest time really engaged in high intensity workout, whether that be like Orange Theory with the interval training, the HIIT workouts, or just training for triathlons, marathons, things like that, long distance running. I have always really vibed with the high intensity exercise with minimal days off. And that's really important. I didn't really give my body breaks. I didn't really do or engage in a lot of strength training. I did occasionally, but I kind of let it slide, especially while I was training for the triathlon. It was always going and doing a swim, then a bike, then a run. It was all this really high intensity cardio, which I very much enjoyed, but wasn't being as responsive as I could have been to my actual needs and my body's needs. And so scrolling through TikTok and Twitter and all the other social media apps, I feel like there's been a large movement of people trying to dissuade people from just doing these high intensity workouts to kind of incorporating more low impact, especially for people who have PCOS like me. And so I took this to heart and I decided that I wanted to start incorporating more low intensity, low impact movements and different types of workouts into my workout plan. And so even though that was a little bit hard over the summer, so I've really recommitted after the summer and after my triathlon training to this idea of actually incorporating low impact workouts into my workout routine. And I really want to show what it looks like to kind of incorporate these low impact, less strenuous workouts into my routine, because I'm a person who really does enjoy those high intensity, high volume workouts, like going on a long run, going on a bike ride, things like that. So I do eventually want to get to the point where I can talk about that. I'm kind of in the beginning phases of really hammering down what that routine looks like to me. And once I really figure out what that actually looks like and how it manifests in my life, I kind of want to do a full video on low impact workouts and what that actually means. But in the meantime, one of the ways that I wanted to try to incorporate low impact working out into my routine was actually using Pilates as a tool to integrate low impact movements. Like I kind of discovered in my Lori Harvey video, Pilates is a really interesting and compelling tool that people can use to just kind of give their body a nice big stretch. It really hones in on some muscles that you may or may not be using, and trust me, it was one of the hardest workouts I've ever gotten in my whole entire life. And even though the Pilates movements and the actual classes were not that long, it really tested me. They were the toughest workouts I've almost ever gotten. So I wanted to incorporate Pilates again. And that's where this influencer comes in. So some of you may know her. Bailey Brown is one of the foremost influencers when it comes to Pilates, especially when it comes to Pilates on YouTube, even though I feel like I've seen her branch out into TikTok lately. That's where I found her at least. But she is a fitness influencer and a very big Pilates mogul, I guess you could call her. So I went to look at her channel and I saw the 28-day Pilates challenge. And so I said, how hard can that be? I'm used to running long distances and biking, and so I really underestimated this challenge. And so this will be a video about how that challenge went for me and comparing my results. I guess you could say it's not really results, it's just kind of how I felt at the beginning of this and at the end. So let's jump into it and let's discover together how Bailey Brown's 28-day Pilates challenge really reinvigorated my commitment to low impact working out and how it actually felt to go through this challenge.
Try it out. So this is day one. Okay, she says she's doing hers. This is a butt and thigh workout. She's doing hers with some ankle bands and also a butt band, or some ankle weights, sorry, and a butt band. I do not have ankle weights. I might as well go grab the butt band thing I have. So I'll keep it real with y'all. This first session with the first day, this sucked. This really hurt. I feel like I sped up the clip so it looks like it was no big deal. It was easy breezy, but do not be fooled. It was hard. Here's what I had to say.
Literally, we're adding one move. We're like pulsing open and then kicking forward. And I'm already like, I don't want to do that. This is gonna hurt. I'm unbearably weak when it comes to this. So it's like a kick open, you can't even see it, and then like a kick forwards and then down. Okay, let me see if I can get a better angle.
Now, like I mentioned, these sessions aren't that long, but let me just say, they pack a punch. I think this one was either 10 to 20 minutes long, and by the end, my legs were shaking. I felt like I was in so much pain. They hurt the next day. I was just like, oh my gosh, every one of these moves was so targeted and so intense, so it was a really hard first day.
Okay, I did it. I did a whole 19-minute class of it. Almost died, almost cried. Almost felt like I was gonna rip my IT band open. And by the fourth time, she was like, oh, we're just gonna pulse, hold it and pulse. I was like, I hate you. I actually think you're my nemesis. But I did it, and I feel like my glutes are screaming, but they'll be proud of me. So I can definitely see and feel the burn. So I'm excited to see where it progresses from here, but dang, this first one kicked my butt. So
okay. This is day 2. It's 10-minute cardio, and I mean 10 minutes. You can do anything for 10 minutes. So how hard can it be?
And obviously, I'm not going to record every single one of these, but I thought I would record the first 2 days so I can prove to you that I'm actually going to do all 28, or kind of all 28.
Watching all these clips back are so funny to me because I really thought I was eating these moves up. But I think it was the other way around. I think these moves were eating me up because I look like an absolute fool. But you know what? I was having fun. And one thing I will say that I really, really enjoy about Bailey Brown's workout routines is that she'll have a cardio day, and then she'll have a lower body day, an upper body day, and they're really well spaced out, and the routines really make it a comprehensive full body workout if you follow the plan, and I really enjoy that. This move right here nearly killed me. My God, it was so hard, but I really feel like it honed in on the muscles that needed it to be tightened.
Okay. So this is day 11 of the Bailey Brown challenge, and I just wanted to give some updates. Today is a waist, abs, and arm toning. And honestly, I've really enjoyed incorporating these into my workout routine. They just give me more of a stretch kind of workout, some of the muscles that I usually don't work out. So I've been really enjoying them. They're tough though. They're really difficult. I would say that if you're a beginner, just take it easy. I've been having to take it easy. These are really rough. So just be mindful that it can be really hard. I feel like she does a really good job of kind of saying what you can do instead, giving you kind of a little bit of a modification. But anyway, I just wanted to say that I am still enjoying it and still doing it.
So I wanted to include parts of the middle part of this challenge, the 11th day, because this is where challenges like these especially get very difficult. Mentally, you're I don't really know if I want to do this. And then you just kind of have to persevere and keep on with the programming and things like that. And so I just wanted to include this. I think one of the benefits of this program is that you can do it almost anywhere. If there's a space in your gym, if you feel comfortable doing that, you can do that. If you have some space on the floor, it's simple to just pick up and do it.
Okay, done with the 11th day workout. That wasn't so bad. I mean, it wasn't easy, but it was definitely I don't know. There was a lot of good stuff. I feel so solid in my core. I didn't think that this was exceedingly hard, but I don't know, maybe I'm just getting used to it.
Okay.
So this is the 28th day of Bailey Brown's Pilates 28-day challenge. So this is going to be interesting. It's kind of like a progress report. How I feel after this one versus how I felt for the first one. Okay, so I'm looking at the 20th day, and apparently it's just a stretching tutorial, which is cute and fine, but also I guess I'll just do another one because I am not a stretching yoga girl, so maybe I'll just pick another one, and I'll just pick one, and maybe that will just be my end. Am I missing something? Does it just end on stretching? I guess it makes sense, but I'll do something else.
So I decided to just do one of these lower abs and waist Pilates movement classes because I was a little oh, this is it? Anticlimactic at the end, but I mean, I guess this is 100% free content, so I cannot complain at all. And it was a good workout. Any of her workouts are really great. So I just did this, and this was kind of the end cap to my Bailey Brown 28-day Pilates challenge.
Okay. just finished the last one, even though it wasn't the last one. The last one was that like, it was a good like stretching exercise. It looked like it was pretty long, but I just decided to do an ab exercise because what I do with these is I usually add them on whenever I'm doing like weightlifting or things like that, because it usually just like is a perfect add-on. But I know some people use this as like their actual workout. But something I really like about Bailey is that she does not, like, you can use, for instance, this one, you could use equipment such as like the band, but you don't have to. Like, I got a really good workout without having a band. Even though I do have a band, I was just too lazy to go get it. But that's something I really appreciate, that you don't have to use equipment. You're just like getting a deeper, more intense workout if you do. Okay, I haven't done one of these full body shots for a little while. So this is just like what it looks like. Excuse the sweat, I did work out previously, but this is just kind of like wall incorporating Pilates, how the body looks. I mean, I'm always very happy with my body, but just wanted to do kind of like a little bit of an update, so. Anyway, so just off the bat, one of the things that I noticed about this challenge was that it was incredibly hard. And I'll be honest, I didn't do this challenge straight through because I feel like if we're all being honest with each other, nobody just does something straight through for 28 days. Things happen, like life gets in the way, and also I still wanted to just kind of like work out, and so I incorporated this challenge in bits and pieces and infused it in ways that I felt like actually fit my lifestyle, instead of just like committing a whole entire month towards the plan. Additionally, one thing I will say is that like I'll say that, oh, I just like didn't want to do it back to back because I had other workout plans. It's also because these were so incredibly difficult that I was like shaking afterwards, and my muscles hurt so bad that I don't even think, even if I could, that I would do these back to back to back to back, because my God, they were hard. Even though I think Bailey does a really good job of like actually structuring it so you have like a leg day, and then you have like a core day, and then you have like an arm day. I just like mentally could not get back down on my floor and do another workout from her a day after I had literally had my butt kicked by her. And I will say over time, these workouts definitely got easier. When I did all of the other different challenges, like the Heather Robertson challenge, which was like, oh my God, so many years ago, I felt the same way, that over time they did get easier, but like, the abs did not get easier. That's one thing I will say. Ab workouts did not get easier. It was still like, oh my gosh, my abs were so tight. And I wouldn't even say that the leg workouts got easier. So maybe nothing really got that easier, but I did feel more confident going into them over time. And I really felt like I was doing something. I think one of my biggest fears as a person who does these high intensity workouts, and people may commiserate, is that you go from doing like an Orange Theory class or like a really long run, and it doesn't feel like these like yoga and Pilates classes will feel as impactful or will do as much, because you're not actively moving as much, you're doing smaller movements. But oh my God, they really kick my booty so hard that, I mean, props to anyone who does Pilates on a regular basis. I think it's incredible because it really does lengthen and strengthen the muscles that you really want to utilize more often. So I think I enjoyed the structure of this. I enjoyed the time because it was only like 20 minutes. And I think that when you look in her catalog, there's like 2 per day sometimes. And like, it felt like if you didn't feel like the 20 minutes of like whatever leg workout was enough, you could add on like a core workout, or you could really just customize the plan to really fit your needs. And I very much appreciate that. And one of the biggest things that I think I can say is that this was free. This was just online, free. Obviously she's getting AdSense from YouTube, but I would say that like, it's incredible that this is just out there, and that if you're looking for something to kind of fulfill this low impact need, or if you're looking just simply to get into Pilates, I think that this is a great starting place. Now, I can't speak to whether or not this Pilates was like up to par. I mean, I've only taken a few Pilates classes, and maybe for a person who is more well versed with Pilates, this wouldn't hit the mark. But for me as a Pilates novice, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really tough, and I thought it was very hard. And I think that Bailey, to give her credit, did a fantastic job kind of guiding you through. I never felt like anything was unnecessary. It felt very intentional, and I really enjoyed the program from almost every aspect, I would say. And so the increase in confidence, the increased like strength that I felt with these moves as time went on, just kind of like proved to me that this was a program that was really up to snuff. I really enjoyed it. I think that from a body perspective, obviously I couldn't tell immediately like whether or not my body had changed. I think that because I didn't do it like consistently, it's hard to tell, but I think that if I look at my body when I started and I look at my body when I ended, I definitely feel like I am stronger, my muscles are stronger, and I feel like I am more responsive to my body and what I need at this point right now. And so with all of that being said, I highly enjoyed this program. I think that it was a like home run, and I would suggest it to anybody who's looking to get into the Pilates space or just looking for a good workout, especially when sometimes you just don't feel like getting to the gym. It requires minimal equipment and it's just so easy to start. So definitely check it out. It is a worthwhile program and it will definitely kick your butt. So that is all I have for you today. I really hope you enjoyed, and I hope you take advantage of Bailey Brown's programming. Not just this one, she has so many others on her YouTube channel. So if you're looking for anything Pilates related, head over to her channel. But that is all I have for you. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you in the next one.